Hello dear students, I hope that every one of you is fine and healthy. Today we are going to start our first chapter of novel Goodbye Mr. Chips. As we said earlier, this novel has been written by James Hilton. Open your books with me on page number 1. On page number 1 we have chapter number 1. I hope every one of you is ready. Let us start together. As I read chapter number 1 for you, I'll be explaining you difficult words. I'll be explaining you the ideas discussed. I'll also be explaining you the incidences and events taking place. So, are you ready? Let's start together. Chapter number 1, page 1. When you are getting on in years, I have written it here. It means that when you are getting old, you become old. When you are getting on in years, but not ill, of course, you get very sleepy at times. Sleepy? It means that you are feeling drowsy or you are feeling lethargic. At times, and the hours seem to pass like lazy cattle. Cattle is a group of animals. Most of the time, a group of sheep is called cattle. A group of goats is called cattle. So, and the hours seem to pass like lazy cattle, moving across a landscape. Landscape means a big area, a scene, or a huge area of countryside. In the first line, the author is telling us the condition or the feelings of Mr. Chips. He says that he is getting old, and because of his old age, he is feeling sleepy, and he has also described his inner condition symbolically, saying that he feels like a lazy cattle passing through a huge area, a bigger area. It was like that for Mr. Chips as the autumn turned. Autumn term here means a specific period of an educational institution. For example, first term, second term, fourth term. In England, terms are given specific names, and autumn term means that the term passing in the autumn season. It was like that for Chips as the autumn term progressed, and the days shortened till it was actually dark enough to light the gas before call over. Call over means call the roll. It means that students, or it means that teacher is taking the roll call. For Chips, like some old sea captain, still measured time by the signals of the past. Signals of the past means incidences, events that have taken place in the past. Chips measured his time. Chips remembered his time with the events that had already taken place in his life. He had been, and well he might, for he lived at Mrs. Wickett's just across the road from the school. Mrs. Wickett's is Chips' landlady. Chips lives as a paying guest at Mrs. Wickett's house, and this house is situated right across the road in front of a very famous school called Brookfield School, and Chips was a teacher there. He had been there for more than a decade. Decade? A period of 10 years. Ever since he finally gave up his mastership. Chips was living at Mrs. Wickett's house from the time he left his job as a teacher in Brookfield. And it was Brookfield far more than Greenwich time that both he and his landlady kept. Both of these people, Mrs. Wickett, the landlady, and Mr. Chips, both of them, they had served together at Brookfield School and Greenwich School, but they both loved and they both liked to remember the time they had spent together at Brookfield as compared to Greenwich School time. Mrs. Wickett, Chips would sing out in that jerky, high-pitched voice. Jerky means shaky, as he's very old now when the lesson starts. So his sound is high-pitched. High-pitched means high-toned and also shaky. Both of these adjectives, shaky and high-pitched, describe the type of voice Chips has. That had still a good deal of sprightliness. Sprightliness means liveliness. He has zeal. His voice is still energetic. Sprightliness in it. You might bring me a cup of tea before prep, will you? Now prep, P-R-E-P, prep here means a time period. You can call it preparatory time or time for preparation. This must be a time for students' activities in Brookfield School. Let's start second paragraph. When you are getting on in years, it is nice to sit by the fire and drink a cup of tea and listen to the school bell sounding dinner. Call over, prep, and lights out. This line tells us the habits of Mr. Chips, how he is living his life. He has set his time, he has developed his habits according to the timetable of the school and school hostel right in front of his house. So as the bells ring, bells for lunch, bells for class, bells for bed, bells for games time. With those bells, Mr. Chips has set his everyday routine activities. Chips always wound up the clock after that last bell. Then he put wire guard in front of the fire, turned out the gas, and carried a detective novel to bed. Some other activities explained here. As the last bell rang in the school, he would take a novel and conclude his activities, end up his activities, and he would come to bed. And the type of novels he would read are detective novels. Detective novels are the novels, they are the stories in which we have detectives and they are trying to, they have planned activities to solve some cases. Rarely did he read more than a page of it before sleep came swiftly and peacefully. This line tells us that he was healthy, he was fit. At night when he would go to bed, before he would finish his first page, he would sleep. More like a mystic, intensifying of perception. Mystic is a person who is involved in spiritual activities, and intensifying means an increase, to enhance. It means that when he is on bed to sleep, he would enter in his sleep like a mystic who is absorbed in his activities, in his spiritual activities of perception. Perception means consciousness, then any changeful entrance into another world. For his days and nights were equally full of dreaming. Now, the last sentence in the second paragraph tells us that, like other old people, nights and days were full of dreams. He was free, and in the day's time, he would keep on thinking about his past, about his incidences that had already taken place in his life, and at night, he was dreaming as he slept. Thank you very much. We'll meet in the next lesson. Have a very nice time. See you next time.